Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. How are you all? May all of you always be in good health. Previously, my name was Elis Listiani Fajrin. I was a second semester PGSD student at STKIP Syekh Manshur Pandeglang. Immediately, here I will explain about fairy tales. Jadi, di sini saya akan sedikit menerangkan tentang apa itu dongeng, jenis-jenis dongeng, dan manfaat dongeng. Baiklah, jadi di sini saya akan sedikit menjelaskan tentang apa itu dongeng. The meaning of fairy tales. Fairy tales are simple stories that don't really happen. For example, even in ancient times, fairy tales serve to convey moral teachings and also entertain. Fairy tales are traditional stories. Traditional stories are stories that are passed down from generation to generation. A traditional story can be widely disseminated to various places. Then, the story was adapted to local conditions. Fairy tales are an old literary form that tells about an extraordinary event, which occurs beyond human reason, which is full of fantasy and delusion. Fairy tales are considered by the community to be something that doesn't really happen in the real world. Fairy tales have indeed become an old lesson in the field of Indonesian language studies. Therefore, many students are led to understand fairy tales since elementary school. Jadi, pengertian dongeng adalah cerita yang tidak benar-benar terjadi. Misalnya, kejadian-kejadian aneh di zaman dahulu. Dongeng termasuk cerita tradisional, yaitu cerita yang disampaikan secara turun-temurun. Dongeng adalah bentuk sastra lama yang bercerita tentang suatu kejadian yang luar biasa terjadi di luar nalar manusia yang penuh fantasi dan khayalan atau fiksi. Next. Advanced. Lanjutan. Fairy tales are fun entertainment for children and provide positive benefit for children. Fairy tales are a means of character education whose impact has been felt since time immemorial. Their ancestors, and previous parents made fairy tales for children with the aim of inserting elements of didactic moral education and as a means of entertainment. Therefore, fairy tales can be a valid to sharpen imagination, a tool to open children's horizon, to educate children from cognitive, affective, and psychomotor aspects. Fairy tales are also one of the communication media to convey some lessons from the moral message that are obtained so that is hope that children can apply what they have heard in everyday life. Jadi, artinya dongeng adalah salah satu cerita rakyat yang cukup beragam cakupannya serta berasal dari berbagai kelompok etnis, masyarakat, atau daerah tertentu di berbagai belahan dunia. Dongeng adalah sebuah sarana pendidikan karakter yang dampaknya sudah dirasakan sejak zaman dahulu kala. Dongeng bisa menjadi wahana untuk mengasah imajinasi, alat pembuka cakrawala anak, mencerdaskan anak dari aspek kognitif, afektif, dan psikomotorik. Next. Characteristic of fairy tales. 1. The size of the fairy tales text is relatively short. 2. Is anonymous. It is not known who the another is. 3. Not bound by time and place. 4. Spoken verbally. 5. Passed down from generation to generation. 6. Are imaginative, so they can present strange, magical, and absurd story. 7. Contains moral message that are beneficial to life. Artinya, ciri dongeng. Yang pertama, ukuran teks dongeng relatif pendek. Yang kedua, dongeng bersifat anonim atau tidak diketahui siapa pengarangnya. Maka dari itu, dongeng banyak versi dan bisa diklaim oleh beberapa daerah tertentu. 3. Tidak terikat waktu dan tempat. Bisa terjadi di mana saja, tanpa ada kewajiban pelataran tertentu. Yang keempat, dituturkan secara lisan. Kelima, diwariskan secara turun-temurun dari generasi ke generasi selanjutnya. Yang keenam, bersifat imajinatif, sehingga bisa menyajikan cerita yang aneh, ajaib, dan tidak masuk akal. 7. Mengandung pesan moral yang bermanfaat bagi kehidupan. Next. Types of fairy tales. Jenis-jenis dongeng. 1. The story of the fables. Fables are fairy tales about animals, where the characters are animals. Yang pertama, jenis dongeng yaitu dongeng cerita fabel. Adalah cerita dongeng tentang binatang yang dimana pemerannya adalah binatang. Contoh dongeng di sini yaitu Serigala dan 7 anak domba, dan cerita dongeng Kancil dan Buaya. Next. 2. Hilarious story. A witty story is a funny story and invites people to laugh. Surely they have a pleasant feeling when listening or reading. Jenis dongeng yang kedua yaitu cerita jenaka. Adalah cerita lucu dan mengundang orang untuk tertawa. Pastinya mereka muncul perasaan menyenangkan saat mendengarkan atau membaca. Contoh dongeng jenaka atau hilarious story yaitu cerita si Kabayan. 3. Legend. Fairy tales with legends are stories related to the story of a place or the origin of a place. Jenis dongeng yang ketiga yaitu cerita legenda. Adalah cerita yang berhubungan dengan cerita suatu tempat atau asal-usul sebuah tempat. Example for the legend is asal mula Danau Toba dan Tangkuban Perahu. Jenis dongeng yang keempat yaitu myth story. Myth story are fairy tales that are related to people's belief in things that don't make sense. Jenis dongeng yang keempat yaitu cerita mitos. Adalah dongeng yang berhubungan dengan kepercayaan masyarakat terhadap hal-hal yang tidak masuk akal. Biasanya pada cerita mitos ini berhubungan dengan hal-hal gaib, makhluk halus, atau dewa-dewi. Example for myth story. Contoh dari dongeng cerita story yaitu dongeng Dewi Sri dan Nyi Roro Kidul. Next. 5. The Sage story. Sage story are a type of fairy tales that contains historical elements and has been mixed with folk fantasies. Jenis dongeng yang kelima yaitu cerita sage. Adalah salah satu jenis dongeng yang mengandung unsur sejarah dan telah bercampur dengan fantasi rakyat. Example for the sage story is Tutur Tinular dan Panji Palaras. Next. 6. Parable stories. Parable tales are stories that contain elements of education and religion. Jenis dongeng yang keenam, yaitu cerita parabel, adalah salah satu dongeng yang kurang populer di masyarakat. Padahal, dongeng-dongeng parabel merupakan cerita yang berisi unsur pendidikan dan keagamaan. Example for parable stories is Damar Wulan dan Sepasang Selop. Benefits of fairy tales. 1. Can support the development of children's imagination. 2. Improve language skill for early childhood. 3. To support the development of children's moral values. 4. Forming a positive character of the child. 5. As a means of entertainment and psychological trauma healing for children. 6. Increase the concentration level of children. 7. Stimulates knowledge and curiosity in children. 8. Foster and develop interest in reading in children. 9. Adhere to an intuitive relationship between parents and children in storytelling activities. Artinya, manfaat dongeng di sini yang pertama, bisa mendukung perkembangan daya imajinasi anak. 2. Dongeng meningkatkan kemampuan berbahasa untuk anak usia dini. 3. Dongeng untuk mendukung perkembangan tumbuhnya nilai-nilai moral anak. 4. Membentuk karakter positif anak. 5. Sebagai sarana hiburan dan penyembuh trauma psikologis bagi anak. 6. Meningkatkan tingkat konsentrasi anak. 7. Merangsang pengetahuan dan rasa ingin tahu pada anak. 8. Menumbuhkan dan mengembangkan minat baca pada anak. 9. Merekatkan hubungan intuisi antara orang tua dan anak dalam kegiatan mendongeng. Examples of fairy tales. Jadi, di sini nanti saya akan menayangkan contoh dari dongeng. Have a good time watching. Selamat menikmati tontonannya.
Eits, sebelum menonton video contohnya, jangan lupa like, comment, share, and subscribe ya. The Hare and the Tortoise. Once upon a time, a tortoise was walking on the road. A hare saw him and started laughing loudly. Ha ha ha, look at you are so slow. The tortoise got angry and challenged the hare to a race. The hare immediately agreed, saying, "Why not? I am faster than you. I can beat you anytime."
One day of the race, the hare and the tortoise arrived at the starting line. The tiger waved the flag to signal the beginning of the race. The hare ran very fast, while the tortoise slowly followed behind. The hare was quite ahead of the tortoise in no time at all. He saw that the tortoise was walking slowly far behind him. The hare was so sure about winning the race that he decided to take a little nap under the tree. While the hare was dreaming, the tortoise continued walking slowly and went ahead of the hare. The hare woke up from this nap and saw the tortoise reaching the finish line. He started running, but it was too late. He couldn't race there before the tortoise. The tortoise won the race. The hare started crying because he had lost the race to the slow tortoise. Moral of the story: slow and steady wins the race. Thank you friends for watching this video. And for those of you who already like this video, comment below this video, subscribe to my channel, and share this video. I say thank you very much.